Some people say that reality TV shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians are fake and trash. But if you're an English learner who wants to understand fast-talking native speakers in conversation, then reality TV is the perfect listening practice resource for you. In this video, you'll discover my top 5 reality TV shows for English learners, no Kardashians included. I'm Cara Leopold from Leo Listening, where I help movie-loving English learners understand and discuss iconic films together so they can improve their listening, speaking, and pronunciation skills. So let's get into this list of the top 5 reality TV shows for English learners. So the first reality TV show for English learners in this list is MTV's Geordie Shore. Now, Geordie Shore is the perfect TV show for you if you want to understand drunk people shouting at each other in nightclubs. You can marvel about how they manage to maintain their muscles despite going out drinking every night. Seriously though, Geordie Shore is the ultimate challenge for your English listening skills. So the show is based in Newcastle in the northeast of England, and people from Newcastle are known as Geordies for some reason, and their accent is the Geordie accent. Now, it's one of the most loved in the UK, but it's also one of the most distinctive, and it can be tricky to understand, even for other British people like me. What I like about the way people speak in Newcastle is that they use dialect words similar to the ones we use in Scottish English, Scottish speaker here. So for example, they say I instead of yes. You'll also hear lots of slang and informal language in Geordie Shore. So a lot of English learners complain that they don't understand spoken English because of slang. Now, I don't think slang is always the biggest problem, but in Geordie Shore, you'll hear some expressions that even I don't recognise, and I'm a native British speaker. If you're in the US or you want to understand American accents, then I recommend you check out Jersey Shore, which was the inspiration for Geordie Shore. It's no longer on TV, but you can find plenty of episodes online. Reality TV show number 2 on this list is CBS's Survivor. Now, Survivor was one of the first big reality TV shows, and you might have a version of it in your country too. In France, it's known as Koh-Lanta. In Survivor, a group of contestants try to survive in a remote location while competing in challenges. The goal of the show is to be the sole survivor, in other words, the last person left. It's hilarious watching the contestants try to catch fish and build shelter. In the beginning, they're always super motivated, but after a couple of weeks, they've lost weight, they're exhausted, and they just want to leave. And there's always one who thinks that they're a strategic genius who is going to manipulate the others in order to win. But quite often they get voted off very quickly because other people can see straight through their game. So not such a strategic genius after all. Some parts of Survivor are scripted, such as the parts where the presenter explains the rules of the challenges to the contestants. But other parts, such as during the challenges themselves, the contestants are speaking spontaneously and naturally, so you'll hear plenty of unscripted conversational English too. For a more light-hearted version of Survivor that seems to be filmed in the garden of a tropical hotel, you could watch British reality TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, also known as I'm a Celebrity. Not that you or I or anyone else recognise the people in the show as celebrities. The presenters, Ant and Dec, have been on UK TV for years, and they also happen to be Geordies. So the show is a great way to get used to the same Newcastle accent that you'll hear on Geordie Shore. You'll also hear lots of features of conversational English in the show, such as the presenters and contestants talking over each other, not interrupting each other, but just talking at the same time as we often do in conversation. Plus, you get to see celebrities do wild things such as eating spiders. Speaking of eating spiders, the next two reality TV shows on this list are connected to food and animals, well, a type of fish. Before I reveal what those shows are, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a like, and if you're a fan of reality TV, please let me know your favourite shows in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. Now, let's get on to those last two shows connected to food and animals. Well, a fish. Do you like food? Do you like fighting? Well then, Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares is the reality TV show for you, and maybe you even have a version of it in your country. In the show, which is no longer on TV, top chef Gordon Ramsay tries to help failing restaurants. Gordon Ramsay is British, and there's both a British and an American version of the show, so if you watch it, you'll get the chance to hear a variety of different accents. We even have the same concept in France, where top chef Philippe Etchebest, who's even more terrifying than Gordon Ramsay and looks like he's going to punch everyone in the face, sorts out failing restaurants in terms of both food and service. Amazingly, there's a restaurant in a village just outside my city which was on the French version of the show, and they used to have a massive sign outside saying, "As seen on TV." Why would you advertise about being on Kitchen Nightmares? Anyway, word of warning for this show, people get angry and they swear a lot, so be careful if you plan to reuse any of the words because some of them are quite offensive. And good news, you'll get a bit of a break from all the conversational English during the parts of the show where there's a voiceover, so that's a presenter who you can't see who speaks on top of the images on the screen. It's time for our fifth and final reality TV show in this list. So I promised you something with a fishy theme, and yes, it's MTV's Catfish. Have you or anyone you know ever been a victim of a catfish? Neve, the presenter of this show, has. A catfish is when someone online pretends to be someone else. Neve spent years in an online relationship with a woman who lied about who she was, and he even made a documentary about it, also called Catfish. Expect a bit of psychology as Neve and his pal Max, and in later seasons Camille, try to help people who think they're talking to a catfish online. The aim of the show is to find out the truth about the person behind the online profile. Are they real or fake? Now, in the show, Neve does sometimes speak in a slow presenter voice, but the ordinary people who participate in the show generally speak in a natural and spontaneous way, so you'll have plenty of chances to hear conversational English. So there you have it, 5 reality TV shows to help you better understand conversational English. Do you watch reality TV shows? If so, let me know in the comments which ones are your favourites. And if you haven't watched them, which ones from this list do you want to try watching? Let me know as well. While you're below the video, please remember to like, subscribe and share, as it really helps me out. And if you need a bit more help understanding fast-spoken English, then in the description you'll find a link to my free Understand Movies in English guide, which will help you out.